This is NDTV. And you're watching NDTV 24/7.
Hello and welcome to Walk the Talk. I'm Shekhar Gupta at Delhi's Boat Club. And my guest this week, somebody who I say with great pride that I have followed in the footsteps of Mr. Arun Shourie. But it seems now that you are in tricky company because a Raja also says that you only followed in your footsteps as telecom minister.
Well, you know, that's...
Or I'm in tricky company.
Yes, you have to, I mean, that it's a warning to everybody, especially to Raja. He must now know what it means, where you get to if you follow in my footsteps.
He's got himself in a rough place, it seems.
But also this kind of nonsense which he has been peddling, that he was only continuing the procedures and principles that we had laid down, this is certainly not washed with the Prime Minister.
Right.
And it is also very curious.
Or with the CBI or CAG or...
Yes, and also it's curious. You see, on the one hand, you force him to resign, saying that he has done wrong, and you have occupied the moral high ground. And on the other, you say, no, he is only following procedures. This is what even the Congress people have been saying till yesterday. Right. So I think, but I have faith that if the media is strong, the courts are strong, one way or the other, the truth will come out, as it has come out in his case.
But what is the truth in this case? Was he following in your footsteps or was he not?
No.
And what were your footsteps?
No, you see, I'll give you one instance. He says, I followed the first come, first serve procedures, and he did
Also
the same
followed,
thing.
yes.
And the media is saying the same thing. But the fact of the matter is that he did not follow the first come, first served method. I'll tell you how. You know, if you see, in all this controversy relates to September, October 2007. In August 2007, there were 167 applications lying in telecom department, and he was not allowing them to be processed, saying the spectrum is short.
Right.
And then suddenly he decides, no, he actually contacts the real estate companies with which he was dealing in the Environment Ministry.
Right.
With which he was very familiar.
They used to come for clearances.
Right. He contacts them, asks them, we are opening the shop here, you come and take licenses. They apply. Suddenly he now has spectrum. And he announces that yes, we will give licenses on the basis of first come, first served by the date and time of application received. By when? By 1st of October 2007. Applications come. Suddenly he says, no, I will have the cut-off date not on October 1 but September 25. So everybody who applied in between cut out without any reason, without any scrutiny. This is what Mathur and all the secretary objected to. Okay, then he suddenly changes the basis of first come, first served. First it was time and date of application. Now he says time and date at which the conditions specified in the letter of intent will be fulfilled. Basis changed, and one of the conditions is that, as the CAG says, in 41 minutes, bring banker's drafts. It's a press note issued at 2:45 p.m. that by 3:30 bring a banker's draft of 1,650 crores of rupees.
I must say, Indian banking system has become very efficient.
Electronic. Not only that.
On SMS.
Not only that. It so happens that some firms already have the banker's draft precisely for that time. And it is dated well before the change of conditions that were announced. And two of the firms, their representatives are sitting in the office of his personal assistant. They are not at the central registry where these are to be given. So suddenly these licenses are given. Even this change is not notified till, this is happening in October, till January 2008. Then there are conditions which are laid down. Now the CAG has found that of the 122 licenses that were given, in the case of 85 licenses, those companies did not fulfill the conditions which they had been laid down.